Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today, right now, this very minute, there is a horrible rainstorm going on above my head. Trust me, this rainstorm hasn't lasted 2 days or 3 days. It's just I'm filming this right after the Craftsman video, the Victorinox Craftsman video. So this is coming right after that. If you haven't checked out that Craftsman video, it's a really neat Victorinox knife. So go check that one out. It's right behind this video. So the knife I have to show you right now is something I thought I would never buy, and that is a Milwaukee Fastback. And I actually have another one of these coming in the mail. I've been using this one a little bit around the house, and to be honest, nothing really beats the disposable blades on these. These things are just something that you can just do anything with and you don't care. And I was doing a few jobs around the house that I didn't want to really use my Sebenza for, and I really just didn't want to use a Victorinox for. It was just kind of one of those jobs where you're going to be cutting up really ugly materials, and no matter what, that blade edge is going to be gone. Like, there's going to be a lot of material destroyed in the process. So I thought, well, I will just get one of these and pop in these new blades. Now, to be clear, this is actually not the original Fastback. The original Fastback actually had a different shape and size to it altogether. And I am really intrigued to find one of those older models because apparently they were built a little bit better. But this one here is not bad. Some of the different models, as I hit my dang tabletop, a few of the other models actually have a liner lock. This one is strictly a button lock, and it's really interesting to see something like this in such a cheap form factor. And the other thing that's really impressive is a few of the functions they've added into this. So you have the button lock, but then you also have, if you want it, you can open it two-handed like that. You also have a wire stripper right here, which is good to have. I mean, I wouldn't really strip wire this way, having that point out. I mean, I'd probably go somewhere where there are people not around and make it known that I have a blade out, but I would honestly just strip wire through here. But this is also like a zip tie or cable cutter. You don't really have to open this. You can just hold it this way and cut the cable. The other thing you have is a really nice lanyard hole. This lanyard hole may look really big to standard knife lanyard holes, especially when you look at like a Chris Reeve knife where they have it in the back end here. But to be honest, this is actually really nice because you can actually make a loop that's detachable, and then you could just loop this on some cord temporarily and then pull it off when you need it, or you can make a nice heavy duty lanyard out of heavier rope that you might need for a job. And then what you can do is you can have that as a nice bracelet and then put your hand through here, and then you have a really secure blade that's not going to go anywhere. Because honestly, this is at home at cutting up carpet, cutting into drywall, cutting into a bunch of ugly stuff that really, I mean, I love my other knives, my expensive knives, but to be clear, some of those jobs, knife blades just never return from. And this is something that I bought for that. Now, when it comes to the rest of the package, surprisingly, it's actually made out of metal. I think it's a base metal. I think it's probably pewter or something like that. But to see that these handles are actually metal is really impressive. The bolts that are holding these together, the screws, are all T6. And then when it comes to this screw here, the pivot screw, it's going to be a T10. I will say they really did Loctite this, and I thought I could get this tighter, but the real issue that I've got in here are the washers are not thick enough. So When you have this open, you do have a little bit of side to side though, but it allows it to be opened very quickly and very securely. The button lock is actually activated not by a spring, but by a metal sheet spring. So you've got a piece of metal here that is pushing against the spring, and it is pushing the button up to lock it, and then you have to press it to close it. So it's actually a very good construction when you think about it, and when it comes to the pocket clip, this thing is ridiculous. I've tried to get it on my jeans pocket, and just because it has this ridge in the middle, it is really hard to get it over and out of your pocket, which I guess can be good, but in a working situation, if you really had to get this out of your pocket quickly to do some quick work, I don't know if that really works for me. I'd probably just take the pocket clip off and use it as an X-Acto blade, kind of like a standard one. But for me, I find this thing to be quite useful and surprising. The other things that are interesting about the construction is they've kind of integrated some jimping over here, so there's kind of a side gripping there. And then you also have some jimping here. It's nothing really major, but when you get into the work and you just kind of need that extra bit of grip, it does definitely do it. So I thought you guys would enjoy seeing this. I have another one of these coming, and I'm going to be comparing it to a Victorinox and a Leatherman, and I'm going to kind of decide which one I like so far. So thank you guys again. Till the next one, I'll talk to you guys later.